of getting married at the end of an engagement, because death by engagement is probably a thing. Thank the good Lord for my mother, who made the wedding day come together seamlessly. She could legitimately run the world with her brains and fortitude. Here's the thing about living to make everyone else around you happy. It will never happen. That Disney princess fantasy you had in your head that everyone must like you and you must never offend or piss anyone off, it's a fairy tale. That's right. Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, Atlantis, Santa Claus pleasing all of humanity equals not real life. So why do we live our lives as if the ability to please every living male and female at any given moment is even a possibility? How can we be people who are gracious and kind, not because we live in a bunker, but because we are confident and secure and unapologetic? Good question. We are humans in desperate need of the one who not only exposes the reality of who we are, but also opens our eyes and lovingly makes us his. He changes the beat to our song. Instead of hiding or trying to become something we cannot, we sing of our humanness. After all, he made us this way. When we know that, we can let our transparency and vulnerability take their appropriate role as the common ground between each of us. This knowledge of acceptance by God amidst vulnerability will be the soil out of which grows a confident, aware, and free person, the you of yous. In this audiobook, we are going to journey together through the question I get asked most often: how do you pull it off? While this question is usually in regard to the seemingly life-sized Crayola box I must surely have gotten dressed in that morning, this book is most definitely not about clothes, because your self-expression is only an outward display of the confidence you feel inside. However, this book is about the question that seems to probe most of modernity today. How can we be completely transparent and vulnerable with ourselves and others, and yet be secure and confident enough to walk through life without fear? Pull It Off is broken down into 3 parts that will address the issues of authority, identity, and security in order to reveal the root issue of where our fears stem from. We can then maximize our true identities and lean into our unique gifts due to a grounded belief in our acceptance of others, our acceptance by God, and ultimately the acceptance of ourselves. Number 1, authority. When we make decisions based on fear, we have given the authority of our lives over to fear itself. When we make decisions based on being accepted by others, we hand the authority of our lives over to them. Until we can answer this age-old yet incredibly relevant conundrum, we are unable to be truly confident in who we are as individuals. Because we all know decisions become very difficult when our authority is found in the flippant opinion of others. So who or what do we allow to be our authority when it comes to our own lives? I'm not talking about whether or not you need to be paying attention to traffic lights or police officers. I'm talking about the outside voices we listen to. Why did you or why didn't you decide to wear your pink wedding dress? Was it because you decided that you actually loved the traditional idea? Or was it because you saw one too many questioning eyes and confused looks and awkward responses? Only you can answer why you make the decisions you make. Why you parent the way you parent, why you decided to go to law school instead of taking over the family business, why you decided to be a stay-at-home mom instead of taking that next promotion. That is a question between you and God. And when God becomes the authority in your life, you will be freed to be confident in your decisions instead of being the indecisive eggshell walker you've always been. And that goes for me too. I've been the indecisive eggshell walker. We're in this together. Number 2, identity. After you strip away the confusing opinions and preferences that every man, woman, and child on earth will have about the way you live your life, you will be left with a lot less noise and a lot more open space in your heart. When you push the mute button on who and what everyone else thinks you need to be, it can kind of feel like you're on top of a hill, all alone, just you and God. However, this also means pushing mute on that